can draw the sun with the stars and the moon. I can draw anything. How about you?
Ready, set, draw!
Hello, I'm Fred Koehler, the author and illustrator of this story, Garbage Island. It's a high seas adventure about animal characters who get trapped on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and how they have to use the trash in the ocean to find their way home. Today, we're going to learn how to draw one of the characters from this story, a special kind of bird known as a Blackpoll Warbler. You're going to learn what makes a Blackpoll Warbler special, as well as how to draw it. The only tools that you're going to need are paper, a pencil, and your favorite drawing pen. So you want to get started? Ready, set, draw. Okay, let's get started with our drawing. Today we're going to be drawing a character from the book Garbage Island. Now this is one that I wrote and illustrated, and it has a lot of different animal characters who get stranded out in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The character we're going to draw today is Mary. Mary is a Blackpoll Warbler, and she is a really neat character in this story, one of the main characters, but what I love about her is how strong she is. So Blackpoll Warblers are great long-distance flyers. They can fly every year up to 1,800 miles all the way across the ocean for 3 straight days in order to complete their migration. So she's a really neat character, and that's who we're going to focus on today. Now the tools you're going to need to draw, or at least the ones that I use to draw, are a standard pencil with an eraser. I like to erase sometimes, and any sort of drawing pen. So these are the 2 tools that I like to use when I'm drawing. Now, here's an interesting secret about how I draw Mary the Blackpoll Warbler. The word Mary also means happy. And so I start drawing Mary with 2 smiles. So you want to see how? Here, let's get started. So we start with a smile, just like this, not quite straight, a little bit at an angle. Just like so. And then we're going to do another smile, but we're going to do it crosswise, so almost perpendicular to the first smile. So we start here, come all the way up to there, and bring the second smile just like that. So you can see that there's a smile this way and a smile this way. Now, sometimes that's all that I'll use the pencil for. So it's just to get the basic shape of my bird down. And so I can set down this pencil now and not worry about it. And then I'll pick up my pen. So usually when I'm drawing Mary, I start right here at this point. So the point where the 2 smiles meet in the top right corner of the drawing. And I will come up from this corner and then all the way over to there. And then I'll go ahead and bring Mary's body over just like that and kind of sort of finish out the bottom part of that smile. And then I will come across and finish out part of this line, but not the whole thing. So that's kind of the shape of her body. And we can go ahead and put in some tail feathers. So tail feathers are very simple. They're just some little triangles that come out from her tail. And that's all you have to do to draw her tail feathers. Her wings are a little bit more, I'm not gonna say difficult, but they're a little different. So you do wanna follow this line straight up. And you can make her wings bigger or smaller, however you prefer to do it. But then what's interesting is that at the top of a bird's wings, they have longer feathers than they do at the bottom. So up at the top, I like to do pretty long feathers. And they come out at a little bit of an angle and go back in. So you see how this is working? And I keep working these feathers and make them smaller and smaller and smaller as we go down. Now you'll see that I didn't complete this line all the way across here because that's where that wing connects to the body. So we don't need to have a line straight across. But then down for the bottom, her body would sort of cut off that wing. So we can go ahead and have that line all the way across. So at the bottom, it's the same kind of thing. Long feathers at the tip of the wing, getting down to shorter and fatter feathers towards the bottom of the wing. Then by the bottom, it's just like that. Now, Blackpoll warblers have very distinct markings on their head. I like to go ahead and do the beak like this. Connect that beak, and then connect this part just like that to make the markings for her head. And I just do a standard little eyeball, something like that. You can give an eyebrow if you want to add some expression. But then I like to come back and just add some very light lines across here so that we know that she's got that coloration on her head, because that's what Blackpoll warblers have. And then maybe make that eye a little bit bigger. And then we can give her a smile here on the beak. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can go in and add a little bit of shading. So this would be underneath her wing, like that. And you can add a little bit of shading down here to show the bottom of her body and how her body would be curved and round. And you can even add a little bit of shading here if you want to. So there's Mary the Blackpoll Warbler. And what I like to do next to kind of finish off my drawing is to show her actually flying in the air. How do you do that? With clouds. You can draw clouds any way you want. If you like to do poofy clouds, you can make them poofy. If you like to do wispy clouds, you can make them wispy. Personally, I like these kind of long flowing clouds, and it really just lets me draw a cloud however I prefer. And you can have this one tucked behind the wing, just like that. And maybe this one comes over here, just like that. Now we've got a bird flying in the air. And if you want to go back and erase some of these lines, you can. I don't mind leaving them there in my drawings, but you might want to get rid of them for yours. So there you have it. There's Mary, the Blackpoll Warbler. We'll go ahead and sign our drawing, just like that. And now you know how to draw a Blackpoll Warbler, and you know a little bit more about the story Garbage Island. I'd love to see your drawing of Mary, and you can share it with us using the hashtag #ReadySetDraw. So have fun drawing, and thanks so much for joining us on Ready, Set, Draw.